All right, so now we're going to talk about the various frequencies that we have available at Leela Quantum Tech. And certainly one very special one is here, the so-called H.E.A.L frequency card. It contains the primal human healing frequency, the primal water frequency, and the bio-base frequency. You can learn more about that on our website. And then I have a few more examples here. So we have more than these, but I wanted to just pick a few here. So this is the so-called prosperity frequency. What it does, it actually stimulates the money flow. If we're not aligned with the money flow, and if we're not aligned with welcoming prosperity in our lives and being connected to that frequency, we have blockages in there. And so this frequency specifically helps to remove and work through those blockages so that prosperity can enter our lives again. And it's a real kicker, actually. So we've worked quite hard on this one here, and we kept optimizing it until we had the optimal frequency here. So we're very pleased about this one. And again, just as a reminder how you can leverage these. You can put them underneath your pillow at night. You can just keep them in your pocket. It's a very soft way of leveraging this frequency. And there are also ways on how you can copy this frequency into other objects. We'll come to that at a different time. So this is the primal healing water frequency. Again, there's a specific mandala on the back for all of these. This one is EMF harmonization and protection, specifically designed. So it's, on one hand, it's pretty difficult actually to get an EMF harmonization and protection frequency that isn't at the same time pretty hard to the body as well. So we've created one that is absolutely smooth with the body. So the body is not negatively impacted at all. It's actually positively impacted. And at the same time, you start to create a field because of this frequency that doesn't let EMF frequencies bother your system. So immediately when EMF enters your system, it's all harmonized and transformed. So quantum energy in general does a lot of that already, but then everybody's very different, right? I mean, there's some people that are not affected by EMF really. They don't care much, or they're already with their consciousness quite advanced that they can adjust themselves, right? Because we have that inborn capability. But then there are other people that are very sensitive, and then probably the vast majority is to some extent sensitive, right? And for those people, this may be a good one to use. But I must say the H.E.A.L frequency, as well as a whole lot of that, it's not targeted towards EMF, but it helps the body to constantly come into this optimal state so you can deal with any outside frequencies that may be negative in a better way. Okay, here's another one that's Agni power. It's a very, very powerful frequency and very transformative. And again, you can find more on the website about this. This is the so-called women's booster. We also have the other one, the man's booster, thanks to H.E.A.L. He provided these frequencies. Now, H.E.A.L is not a healer in the sense of how we define healer, with these seeing abilities, but H.E.A.L is a real tinker, and H.E.A.L knows a whole lot about nutrition. And he put in a lot of work to actually come up with a great frequency targeted for women and to support them. We've gotten actually a lot of great feedback about this. So that is nice to have. And just the last one here to show, and we have more. This is unity. Again, with a very nice mandala on the back. And so what does that mean, unity? Well, we're working towards unity here on Earth, actually. Everything is polar, and there's always good and evil. You always have these extremes, right? The one end and the other end. But in the end of the day, what we truly are, our true selves, we are in unity, and that's where we should come to again. So what this frequency does, so it's more for people probably that really are on the spiritual path, that want to get out of this polarity, because it helps us to remind our system about unity and how we can be unified. Because in the end of the day, that's what we are, and we are connected with everything, even though most of us have forgotten that. Yeah, so it's a bandwidth of really a lot of different frequencies for many different purposes, and you can find a lot more on the website. And again, thanks for the great support to all the wonderful healers.